Morning all, or I guess well, it is still morning, it's not afternoon. This is Kelly with the Appalachian Booksmith, and I, for lack of a better way of saying it, I kind of have myself on punishment right now. I have 2 or 3 more projects I want to start, but I'm in the middle of 3 major projects. This one, the Etsy challenge, and I'm still finishing that steampunk. So I am forcing myself to work on those 3 projects only until they're done, which is killing me because I want to do Tracy Fox's 5 tag challenge. And I will get to that. I mean, I have a little bit of time, so I should get to that. It's just getting there and getting this stuff done. And not that I'm not inspired. I love this too. It's just like I can't stop starting new projects. But so this is the number 1 of the 4 sewing journals that I'm going to be doing. And it's very flat. I mean, it's going to be a little less flat because I am going to put some sentiment in these places, which will help a lot. And of course there was a sentiment there, and who only knows what I did with it. It's probably laying on the floor where I just swept the craft room or the studio because it's kind of disastrous. So what I was doing before coming on is trying to come up with the closest match to that color. And this is a little bit fluorescent, so I think I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of green because I'm trying to, like I said, this is very flat looking. So I felt like I needed to pull some of this green throughout the entire thing. And I think that's going to possibly save the day. And then I want to put some sentiment. And then I think I'm going to get out my Copic markers and I'm going to go around some of these things and do a little bit of highlighting is what I'm going to do. And I really believe that's going to take care of it. If not, well, and if I mess up, like I said, this is one of those forgiving things. I can paint and paint again. So I think I'm just gonna get my brush as dry as possible, and I'm just gonna brush over a few things and just kind of see what I think. So what I'm looking for, I think, is just some areas. I don't want to paint the entire thing with the green. I'm just looking for a few places to add that little bit of green into it. And I think it's going to be the first part that it needs to kind of bring this back to life. And really, these aren't perfectly matching, but I think it's going to be okay. So I'm going to do that. And what I'm going to do too is I'm going to pause the video and restart it in case I decide to go ahead and speed us through this part. Okay, so here's the current state of things. I'm still not happy. Imagine that. I'm still not happy. I don't know. It just seems like I can't figure out what I want. I pulled this out, this old Singer reference book, and it's a manual on sewing. And I started finding some of these sentiments and removed them and started laying them on the book. And I wasn't 100% like, yay. So, and I mean, I know probably if I backed these and did some little things, I don't know. I almost regret now that I didn't directly just stamp on these, because now I'm afraid to stamp on them, because if I don't like them, that'll be a hard thing to fix. So this is my decision right now. I am going to not worry about the cover at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and worry about putting together some of the components. So basically all I've done is add that green paint to the cover, and I like that started to help it. And then I took my Copic marker and I darkened around different areas, and it was really dark and it was almost obnoxious looking, but once it dried it looked fine. So I like it. I'm happy with that. So I'm gonna go pull some things out and we're gonna go ahead and make something to go in this journal. Okay, I'm back, and I received, and I think I've shown you guys this, a Random Act of Kindness package, and this was attached to it, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And it is simply an old clothespin that, this one is either old or it's been distressed, I'm not really sure. And then they wrapped the lace on it and then held it into place with the actual washi tape. So I decided I wanted to do that with this book, but the more I looked at it, I don't think I wanted that dark of a distress. And then I kept thinking to myself, maybe I really don't want it distressed at all. So I looked at it this way, and I felt like it needed just a little bit of color. I either needed to make them completely white or I needed to stain them in some way. So I pulled out my Copic markers and I just started coloring over them, seeing what I thought. And I really like this. Maybe a little darker than this, but I like that. So all I did, and I'm going to experiment a little bit, this is it. I'm just taking my Copics and literally, and it's giving it I don't want to say distressed, but it's taking away that really newness, the new look from it. And this is making it really green. I don't know if I wanted quite that much green, but we'll see. So what I'm trying to do right now is basically just get them to where they're not this raw kind of pine color, but they have some other color to them. They are going to be wrapped in ribbon, so you're not really going to see them. So, I mean, this isn't difficult. This is something you could experiment. And again, you could use all kinds of stuff. You could use watercolor markers. On something like this, you could almost just use Crayola markers, because it's not something that's that particular. And I'm going to get just a little bit in there. And I'm not real worried about the tips. Nice thing about Copic markers is the tips are replaceable, and they're also refillable. So once you own them, you kind of got them forever. You just got to, do a little maintenance occasionally with them. So maybe I do like this. We'll see. It is snowing again here. I don't know about you guys, but it is February 4th, 2022, and it is definitely snowing. And before that, yesterday, it was raining. From rain, it turned to ice. And now we have snow. So it's less than enjoyable. I just messaged all my students on our group thing, just kind of checking in with them, seeing if anyone needed anything. And then I thought, I'll get on here and do this. I've been grading papers a lot of today too. Okay, so now since I'm looking at this, it really, really took on a more green color than I think I wanted. So I don't really think I like that at all with this book. Let me try to save it. This is Copic Oh, they always have numbers. This is 801. You know, instead of having specific colors, they have numbers. So this is Copic 801. So I'm going to color over this with, and see, oh, I can use that side. It doesn't matter. You can use the brush side, or you can use the chiseled in. It just doesn't even matter. It's easier with the brush side. And it still seems to be really green. And I'm not really sure. I don't think I want that much green. I don't know. I think I say I don't know and more than I really care to. I don't know. Gosh, you guys, last thing you want me to do is hum it or sing it. That could be a nightmare. I mean, by the time I get the lace on there, that might end up being fine. Here, let me put the lid back on this guy and we'll see. I don't know. It just looks awfully green. Like maybe I need to save this for something else. I got one more thing I'm going to try. And this just might be the kiss of death. We'll see. So this is a much darker blue-green. And I'm wondering now if I hadn't started with this, if this wouldn't have been much better. Or maybe it really needed all three of these layers. I don't know. It's really pulling the green out. And I don't know if it's from this marker or if it's from the layer of green that I put underneath of it. I guess this, I mean, it's a, the more I'm doing this, the more I see this on a journal that's more of a botanical journal than a sewing journal. I'm finding it way too green. Oh, look, my hands are green. Permanent alcohol ink, you know. Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like I've wasted this, because by all means, I can use it somewhere else. But to me, it's just too much green for this journal. It almost gives me like a child's project kind of feel to, I don't know. And maybe I'm just being ridiculous, but that's kind of the feel I get with it. And I know the lighting is terrible here right now. And when I put this on here, it just sticks out too much like a sore thumb. Not a fan. I really kind of like the light pink one I did, but I don't care for this one. And I could try, this is blue-green. Let me just kind of give it a little hit and see what I think. I don't know. When I keep saying I don't know, that's just pretty much a bad sign that I have no intentions of using this at all on this. I guess I'm trying too hard to pull that the little hits of the greenish teal that I put on the front of the book. Or I put on the cover. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. And I bet you anything when I go to do the next one, my hands are going to turn everything green. My luck. So I grabbed a darker pink. I did the first one, this one, in the lighter pink, and this is a darker pink. And I think I'm just going to go over this one with the darker pink. And this is probably what I'll end up going with. I don't know. This now looks like peach. Maybe I need to use distress stains. Maybe these are just the colors are too rich. I don't know. But I'm not liking this either. Yay. Okay. And I am putting green spots all over it. Maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I just need to muck it up. Get my dirty old green hands all over it. And I don't know. I still have some of this paint left. What would happen if I just went ahead and, let's just go for it. What if I go ahead and just paint the darn thing? A little more white, maybe. funny because in the beginning I said, I think they'll be nice if I just paint them. And now I'm liking this. Excuse me. Still coughing. It's like it's never going to go away, the coughing. I don't think I'm the only one. I had a medicine change, though. I think that's causing it more than anything right now. Yeah, so I don't like the Copics, but I am liking this. Isn't that funny how that works? I come on with one plan and then I end up doing something completely different. Okay, well, I'm going to finish painting this one and then I'm going to paint one more and I'm going to speed us up for this so you don't have to sit and be bored. Okay, I am back and I do like these. I was about to distress them a little bit, but I thought, no, I like these and I don't want to. I almost got the Mod Podge out and decided against it. I don't really want to do that. So this is what they're going to look like and I'm good with that. I think it looks good with the book. When I laid it beside, I like it. And while I was after I finished painting this, I did put a hole here and add an eyelet for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose my ribbons. I'm going to wrap these in anywhere from 2 to 3 types of ribbon or lace. And then I am going to take the Hug Snug seam binding and I'm going to thread it through the back of the book and then I'm going to attach the clothespins. I'm also going to attach some buttons and I'm going to attach a charm. And that's all I'm going to do. Lately, I've been putting anything like that on these little bob pins so they can come on and off. But this is going to be a little bit heavy, so I'd rather it just be right here. And whoever gets this, if they want to use the ribbon or do whatever, they can remove it and do what they want with them. So it's not going to be permanent the way I'm putting them in there. It can be removed A regular tassel could be added, whatever anyone wants to do, or whatever the person who purchases decides they want to do with this journal. So that's what we're going to do. And so this video does not end up being, I keep trying to make them 30 minutes and I can't do it. It's like I'm incapable. So I went through my ribbons and I just realized I didn't pull a pink. Doesn't it figure? I pulled just about every color, but I didn't pull any pinks. Let me just snag one little thing of pinks. There we go. These are some really bright pinks. Probably brighter than I want, but hence what I grabbed, so we'll go with it. So I want to have some of the kind of greeny teal. I want some brown, and I would like some white, and I would like some pink. So that's what I'm going to do. I also have washi tape, and I'm going to use the washi tape just to tape it on and tape it in place. So I don't own a lot of brown, but I did find this, and this is kind of an orangey brown. So I thought, let's go ahead and use this one. So I'm thinking if I'm doing a journal, how much, you might want enough for, let's see, enough to cover the edge of a page or two. So I'm thinking that is probably good right about there. So I'm gonna snip it on there. I mean, this is really simple stuff. And I'm sure somebody has a video where they've done this really neat and really in detail. And they probably did distressing and everything else. And you guys are kind of stuck with me. And I'm just kind of winging it. So I will say that I've not seen anyone do it on video. I just received it. I'm not saying no one ever did it on video, because I'm sure they have. But I'm sure someone like Amity Bloom, is that her name? She does a lot of really sweet and beautiful stuff like this. So that'll be the first one with this little washi tape. 2 spools. And what I'm going to do is I am going to attach them to the back of the spine. I think I'm going to bring this up just a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. And hopefully I'm on screen, because if I can do anything, I can definitely get us out of screen. So my plan here for this is to go ahead and just cut a large piece of this, pull it off the spool, way more than I need. I am wasteful with this, which I probably shouldn't, because I had a hard time getting it for a while there, but I'm able to get it now pretty easy. So I'm just kind of twisting this up a little bit. And oh, by the way, I've already started playing and putting some things in here. Isn't that so pretty? And then I am just going to go in through here, in through the eyelet. Are we on screen? Yeah, in through the eyelet, up. I'm going to open up the part I had folded. I'm going to take my 2 little bunny ears, grab them, and pull them through. And that's what I'm doing for this top. And I actually like that. I like that look there like that. So let me move the stuff I didn't use. We can move you out of the way. My buttons were primarily, I'm going to be putting them on this book, but they were also sitting there. They were sitting there to tell me if I was getting out of screen. So I'm simply going to tie these on here. And I'm not sure what the best way is. I'm just going to go for it. If it doesn't work, and boy, I did get this way too long. If it doesn't work, then I will take it. funny because I'm getting more comfortable doing the videos and just talking straight up and being who I am, which is relatively goofy and weird, and I'm good with that. I'm really good with being goofy and weird. I tell people, you know, I teach middle school. If you're not goofy and weird, they're going to eat you alive. You have to, you know, be able to handle yourself. Okay, so that is what it looks like. And like I said, I'm now deciding I don't like the color of those clothespins, but I've got to make myself stop and just say, hey, we're it. This is it. And I almost don't like these either. Tell you what, I'm going to put one here. I'm going to add one more. I'm going to knot this off. Getting awful ratty here. So I'm going to knot this off. I'm going to add one more. So there we go. So there's those buttons. And then I'm going to add one more down just a little bit lower. And then cut that off. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love this. I know there's someone at home right now watching this going, whoa, that is the tackiest thing. Sorry. I'm enjoying tacky right now. Again, I teach middle school. You can't imagine the amount of tackiness I see. It's okay though. I always tell them, be you and be you proud. You know, if you like a certain style it isn't in, that is your business. Okay, I'm probably not going to get this one on. I'm going to be destroying this. So let me tie the end of it. And we'll just call it a day. Okay, so that is it. Let me set her up. I know it's ugly in here right now. Oh no, it's pretty. I like it, but I am going to change the washi tape. And I might even glue the washi tape. So that's it in my messy room. See how messy? I'm just like disastrous. But I do love this. I can't remember where I found this thing. I want to say Crate and Barrel. No, the Container Store maybe. And you can mount them on the wall, and it's so wonderful because it has all these drawers that hold all the little stuff. I like it. I could almost invest in 10 of these and be wonderful. So yeah, excuse my disaster. Sorry. So this is where we are. Well, this is where I am. And I am going to be finishing her up. So this is my deal. I did the cover on camera. I think I'm going to go ahead and do her ephemera and her signatures off camera and just bring you back for a flip through. So the next video for this one will be a flip through. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. And thank you for those of you who visited my Etsy store. And again, if you ever have any suggestions, you can comment. I'm really good at taking constructive criticism. I just am. I can't explain it, but yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully I'm inspiring you, and please check in for the next part, which I think is part 6. This is either 5 or 6 or the next one's 6. I'm not sure. You'll know by the title of this video.